So what is the cloud solution that we're talking about here today in the Powered By branding? Firstly, it's based on IPoffice Release 10. The software came out a couple of months ago, but we're also going to make sure it's twinned with IPoffice Contact Center, as Gary said, due this coming week. So our new Powered By offering is due next week, and it's going to encompass the UC and the CC elements. The video, you've all had access to that. Many of you have it, resell it. There's a video service to be overlaid. Which brings me on to my last point. Again, collaboration. Anytime, anywhere, any device, anyhow. You have a true cloud solution and available here today for yourselves, our partner community. Just as much as Avaya has been on a journey for the last 3 years, your customers are on a journey, our customers. So today we have two camps, and it isn't as black and white as maybe the chart may reflect. Pure on-prem, traditional, legacy, still exists. Pure cloud, it's a growing pure cloud market, but it isn't quite so clear-cut. So how can we, Avaya, help you, the partners, take advantage of this transition? Well, today we can install IPoffice on-prem. It's been around for a while. IPoffice Release 10, as I say, scales up to 3,000 users. That's 98% of all businesses globally. Or you, your partner, can deploy that as an IPoffice cloud in your data center if pure prem or pure cloud is needed. But that transition is not, and never has been, so clear-cut. You'll have customers who want premise today, but they may move to the cloud. They're not sure. Their expansion, their relocation, different site. That's okay. We can help them out. Keep your on-prem or invest in your on-prem. Same software, same IPoffice, and we can transition to the cloud. You may have customers who want cloud as part of their architecture, but they don't want to go all in. That's the key USP within the IPoffice. It's a hybrid deployment. Keep what you need to on-prem, move the new applications, voice, video, contact center into the cloud. Again, we can build in that on the customer journey and build in resiliency to it. And lastly, some may even have a paranoia, an unease about putting everything off-prem and into the cloud. It's fine. You can build resiliency by keeping that on-prem and hosting in the cloud, or vice versa. So it doesn't matter where your customers are on this journey on the cloud, we have a solution that is 100% partner fulfilled to take you and them on the journey through a cloud transition. We touched on, or Morag and Gary touched on Zang and Zang Office coming in calendar year 2017. Pure cloud play. Many of you will have heard about the 8x8s, the Ring Centrals, the BroadSofts in particular. Hugely successful, pure UC cloud. And we will be having a solution to compete in that marketplace, and that'll be Zang Office. And that will be keeping you updated very regularly in the calendar year. However, those pure UC cloud that exist today will not serve everything a partner wants. I've just touched on that cloud transition, particularly in the SME, the upper SME, and the mid-market. That transition, that hybrid deployment is going to be key. I won't read out all of the points on there, but you can start to see where IPoffice, or Powered By, positions itself against pure UC, our competitors in the marketplace today. Of key relevance, point 4. You can scale your data center with IPoffice Powered. You build your data center, your VMware requirements as you deploy an IPoffice. You don't need to partition huge amounts of your data center with a capital investment cost up front. Build as you grow, build as your customers expand. The last point, many of you will hold certifications, particularly now under the new Avaya Edge program that Fadi touched on. Sales authorization in the SME space or the mid-market space. Many of you are already qualified. It is exactly the same IPoffice that you sell today in CPE that goes into the cloud. No more authorizations, no more certifications. Same sales team, same engineers, just hosted in your data center. Some of the other key aspects that Powered By differentiates itself, but lends itself for your opportunity. The one aspect, you can build a complete cloud practice around IPoffice or the Powered By solution. We can give you the UC, IPoffice. We can give you the CC, in so much as iPod. But there's a lot more. You've got the data center offering, the VMware, security layers, video as a service, SIP, whether that be terminated the data center or the customer site, depending on regulation. There is a huge area that you could build up where we, Avaya, may only be 1/10, 1/20th of your cloud offering out. But it's the underlying technology that builds a cloud practice. So what are we here today? What I'm looking for, what my team are going to be working with you for, is we're looking for our partners to help build us and you a cloud practice. So we want to share in the profits that I touched on earlier, that $7 billion growth over the next 4 years, and work together in building out the Powered By go-to-market model. It is, as I repeat, 100% partner fulfilled. It is your cloud offering on Avaya technology. Clearly, we want to work with partners who have got a cloud solutions or want to move into the cloud solution deployment. Partners who are looking for a flexible solution, on-prem, pure cloud, and the hybrid model in between, UC or CC, and that's a differentiator. I talk about differentiated solutions, having the underlying UC and CC available, build around it, put in your video endpoints, start moving out onto the network. You saw on Gary's charts up there in terms of networking cloud. There is a huge cloud practice purely based on Avaya technology that you can build, encompassing our wider portfolio you saw on the screen with Gary and Morag. That is your differentiator, and most certainly differentiates Avaya and our partners against competition. No one else can do it. And one, the strong recurring revenue. We all know that a lot of businesses are built on annuity-based revenue. Replace that old maintenance stream with brand new cloud revenue stream. Build out a long-term business plan on annuity revenue. You sign a multi-year cloud deal, your customer will never leave you. You've got their UC, their call control, their resiliency, their hybrid deployments, voice, video, cloud, networking. So what is your role in deploying a Powered By offering? Very simply, Avaya provide the voice, the video, in this case, the contact center licenses. It is you, the partner, who hosts this in your data center or your co-load. You may not own it, you may be partnering with a data center provider. And within that, you wrap your own services. You offer that out in a pure OpEx-based pricing, and I'll touch on the commercials in one sec. But I touched on differentiation earlier. You may well look at building out options to differentiate yourselves, differentiate in that cloud market. You could be building out there the headsets, new phones that Gary and Morag touched on. You may be looking at the fabric network deployments. You may adopt the networking cloud portfolio that is now available, and again, put that into your cloud OpEx-based offering. Wireless LAN security, wireless LAN cloud management, all of which will be discussed over the next few days. So that differentiation, the ability to build a hosted cloud offering, particularly in a vertical, particularly in your geography, all based on Avaya technology, is incredibly powerful, and it's a differentiator. Some of the key benefits, we touched on some of them. Partner differentiation. It is you who builds your cloud offering out in the marketplace. I repeat, you have the skills. You already carry, for many of you, IPoffice Contact Center, our video and collaboration skill sets. They're there. There's no retraining, no recertification. Use your existing sales, pre-sales, SEs, post-sales support. You may be looking at the incremental revenue streams. Absolutely. It's not just a UC anymore, it's not just CC. You bring in that collaboration, you build that cloud. It's all additional revenue, multi-year contracts. Improved margins and annuity, self-explanatory, but absolutely key to a future of a business. More I touch on Avaya marketing support, and I've got a bit more detail on that in set with these win kits. We will be looking at lead generation with you. We will be building up awareness on this and building up the knowledge amongst our mutual customers, thus providing you opportunity. And we will be moving into the marketing forums and providing up-to-date information that you can literally take, co-brand, and send out. The biggest advantage you all have in this room is you have a ready-made install base. You have a cloud target market. It's over 1 million customers. 575,000 IP offices have now been sold and deployed. 200,000 CS1Ks, Option 11s sat in the marketplace. Hundreds of thousands of BCMs and All-Stars, all ready to be upgraded and migrated. You have the cloud customer already under contract with yourself. If we collectively do not go and modernize that base, we know our competition will. Competition to you, our partners, competition to us as Avaya, the vendor. We collectively have to move back that base, modernize it, and offer them a cloud, an OpEx-based commercial model as they want to go on their own digital journey. That'll be a key focus come next week when Powered By is launched and we start driving this out amongst you, our partners. So what is our go-to-market model? I touched on not every customer wants pure cloud. We recognize that us as Avaya have been 3 years on a transformation journey. You, our partners, may well be going through that journey as well. We have what we call a direct model. Now this is direct to you, the partners, certainly not to the customers. Where you, the partners, have a data center, you have a cloud practice, you have billing, aggregation software. You can start building out a cloud offering and offer it direct to your customers. We've had 6 Degrees in the UK live for 18 months. Hundreds of customers moved onto that platform. We're working with many other across the place. Sabio in the UK, Sabio On Demand, contact center from the cloud. We're building up more in South Africa. It's been popular and proved very successful. Parts of Asia Pac, Australia. So that practice is proven and tried and proven very successful. But we realize not all of you today have that. You're on your own journey. So we build up what we call a wholesale model. And we've been working extensively with our existing distributors, but also some of the service providers in region, where they will catch and build a wholesale. So they'll have the data center, the infrastructure, the VMware. They'll work with service providers and have SIP termination points. And they will wrap an entire cloud service as good as white labeled to you, the partners, to consume and resell to your customers.